never heard of me. No, not a word from me. Everything that I have made remains all unshone. A title you request must surely be in jest. I promise you I am completely unknown.
Hello and welcome back to Geek Girl TV. This is episode number 22. And as usual, I'm your video blogger host, Eve Park, the girl who is most terribly unfamous. And on that note, I would like to inform you that this week we are listening to Ya Famous by George Rabb, compliments of the podshow podsafe music network. While the other songs I've played on Geek Girl have been very geek themed, Ya Famous I feel is more of an anthem for video bloggers everywhere. Because it's about a guy who's a musician and one of those millions of musicians out there who isn't famous and probably never is gonna be. But that's not what it's about. There's no way that I'm gonna be famous anytime soon. No. So keep watching, because this show is just for you. Personal peripherals. For this week's swag, I've got Shocking Tanks, which can be purchased at Think Geek. The goal of Shocking Tanks is to maneuver your tank to shoot an invisible laser at your opponent's tank. When shot, you'll know because the controller sends a small electrical current through your hands. The shock has two settings, high and low, neither of which are painful, but both of which are shocking. The sensation is very much like when you get pins and needles from sitting too long. On one hand, Shocking Tanks is like the coolest game ever. It's like a real-life video game. It even makes noises reminiscent of the old arcade game Tank. The major problem, however, is that it is necessarily a two-player game, and I have no friends. At least, I have no friends that are willing to be shocked on a regular basis. Boys can be such babies sometimes. But now that I've brought it into the office, maybe it'll pique some people's interest and I can get some footage. We'll just have to see how that works out. While I'm talking about Think Geek, there's a few more things I want to show you. Now I know I said I was going to start reviewing only things that I actually own. But screw it! What geek can actually afford all the toys that they want? That said, check out Think Geek's T-qualizer shirt. This is a t-shirt with a real equalizer that responds to ambient noise. But buyer beware. One of the monkeys informed me that they get a lot of returns on the shirt. Apparently people tend to be disappointed that it's not really sensitive enough to be interesting during casual conversation. However, wear it clubbing or to a concert and this shirt shines. The good old LED faucet attachment that makes ordinary water look like alien mouthwash now changes color based on the temperature of the water flowing through it. It was cool enough before, and now I can't live without it. I actually didn't buy it before because I didn't think it would look very good with my particular shape of faucet. However, my faucet has been leaking lately, and I'm going to have to replace it. When I do, I will be looking specifically for faucets that will complement the shape of this attachment. I can't wait. I'll let you know how it turns out. World of Warcraft. This week's WoW tip comes directly from the Geek Girl. It has to do with PvP, even though I haven't done PvP in a while. You see, if you're anything like me and you have several characters, you might forget to develop some of their professions. For example, first aid. If you're trying to play PvP at a time when there's an unusually long wait for the battlegrounds, and you have a character that needs to develop its first aid skills, you need a lot of basic level cloth. My advice is to join the battleground in Ironforge, and if the battleground wait is long enough, you can actually run from Ironforge to Nomer. Nomer is a pretty good place to farm for cloth. If you need linen, focus on just the outside area. If you need wool, focus on the ramp. If you need silk, make it as far as you can into the first level. I've done this dozens of times, so I know that it works. Once you're in a battleground queue, you can travel as far away from that point as you want. When it's your turn, that little box pops up, and if you agree, you're zipped off to the battleground. Then when you're done, just enter the queue and run back to Nomer. By that time, all the people you need have respawned and you can start all over again. So that's my tip this week. If you need any low-level cloth, don't just sit there twiddling your thumbs while you're waiting to enter the battleground. That's my WoW tip. What's yours? If you have any WoW tips, send them in to geekgirl@clevermedia.com. And speaking of my mail, last week I asked any Lego maniacs out there with a little help building Lego elves for my Lego Christmas train. Dennis responded. Dennis says, "For your Christmas elves, you may want to consider getting some of the Yoda figures. Remove the heads and transplant them on the Forest figures. Of course, because the Yoda figurines have pointy ears, which is nice for a Lego elf. However, the only Yoda figurines that I know of are green and have old wrinkly faces. I don't think that Lego Yoda looks much like an elf. If only he had a normal cylindrical head and the ears were some sort of hat-like attachment. At the moment, I'm thinking of going with a very youthful Lego head, maybe with some red freckles. But good suggestion. And if anybody else has any suggestions on how to build a Lego elf, send them to geekgirl@clevermedia.com. So that's all I have this week, unless I can get some people around here to play with some tanks. See you next week. This is Geek Girl, signing off.
Never heard me sing or seen me do anything, and when I am done you won't remember my name. I'll play if you insist, there's no point to resist.
Stop the presses! I have something so much better than people playing with shocking tanks. Here's Gary unboxing our brand new Apple TV and Airport Extreme.
Hope you will like my chords and melody. They say we each have one thing in which we do excel. My one thing is I know the house band's way better in hell. Way better in hell. I won't be famous anytime soon, but I can play a pretty fine tune. I won't be famous anytime soon, but I can play a pretty fine tune.
Stack all three of them.
So these are the lyrics you'll never email to your friends. But don't feel bad for me, I know how this story ends. I won't be famous anytime soon, but I can play a pretty fine tune. I won't be famous anytime soon, but I can play a pretty fine tune. I won't be famous. 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 No, 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 no. La la la.